Step 18. Who am I? The royal path to realize our true nature, the self, that which is existing during our deep sleep state, where there is no doership or ownership exists in deep sleep. There is no karta, a responsible doer, a responsible man or woman, a sixth sensed intellectual being doesn't exist in deep sleep state. But to attain that equanimity of being born but without identification in any of the gunas, three gunas, that is actually living in purity, that is of sattvic nature. Sattvic quality, if you see in this slide, under Sattva Guna Path 5, sattvic quality is pure and forgiving. It is absolutely a blemishless mirror-like state, where only the truth itself reflects. Only the truth is reflecting in the mirror of sattvic guna. That is the state of a mumukshu, an earnest seeker who is about to transcend the three gunas, but becoming pure and pure in quality. Sattvic quality is pure and forgiving. Why this word forgiving is attached to sattvic quality? Because it never complains. For to complain, one should compare, one should judge, one should compete, do something, taking himself as a doer, especially attaching oneself with the body. That also doesn't happen in an entity of sattvic nature, sattvic guna. It is the guna that people want to increase in order to reach the state of samadhi or liberation. See, people may be wanting. There is no question of going high in the ladder, attaining more and more purity. There doesn't exist these kind of steps within one. But in other words, going up in the ladder of higher qualities, higher gunas, from tamasic to rajasic, from rajasic to sattvic, and then transcendence, losing the ownership, doership, a responsible entity which has taken birth. These things have to be realized by the same intellect. Intellect of its own is the pure abode of the self as well as the I. If any tilt happens, the gunas arise, and thereby an individuality also arises in the intellect. This is how he is descending, he is falling in the ladder. So, here staying in the sattvic nature itself, sattvic guna itself, leads one to feel equanimity with the self. There is no doer in him. Thereby, all the karmas, the seeds of all karmic actions, doership is burnt. This is what is called as samadhi or liberation. That's a practical thing that's happening in the presence of a realized sage, and listening to satsangs, taking the help of the satsangs and being with the realized stage, by and by, he becomes fully pure. Sattvic nature takes him to the state of equanimity, and thereby he realizes state of Sagaja Samadhi. That means the equanimity that existing when one is fast asleep. There is no sleeper, there is no beginning, there is no middle, there is no end while one is asleep. The ocean is full of saline water. Wherever you taste the water, it is saline. In the same way, when one is asleep, it is full of bliss and joy. This is what is called as samadhi, Sagaja Samadhi. That is becoming practical while he is awake. And here is an example given. Sattva Guna, by an example, a Sattvic teacher has attained the highest spiritual level. He or she sees even living being as one and doesn't believe or teach any hypocrisy. What he says, whatever the state, especially the realized person, never finds another in a state of ajnana or veiled or ignorant. Because there are no such things, there are no classifications at all. Because he never uses the faculty called intellect. For the sake of appearance, he would be presenting himself in a body, but there won't be a person living in the body as inner faculties called as ego, intellect or mind. All these things would have become defunct. All these three faculties would have become defunct. Thereby, no judgment would ever take place in such a realized soul. He sees everything as sea water. He sees everything as jnani only. Only jnana, wisdom, the state of wisdom absolutely prevails, rules the universe. This is how he sees. And he doesn't teach or believe in hypocrisy. What is hypocrisy? Retaining one thing privately for the self and teaching a secondary state to another, or a secondary stage, or a secondary grade knowledge to other. There won't be any kind of these judgments or retention for the sake of one and for the sake of others. It is a less privileged quality or things are distributed. This won't be happening in a realist stage because everything is one always. There is no hypocrisy. What is the state really called? It is called as transparency, openness. He is always transparent, open, immediate, spontaneous, instantaneous. All these things doesn't have the content of time in it. Spontaneity doesn't have time lag in it. This is how his life is. He or she practices what they preach. First, they are not preaching at all. They are not preachers. They are not lecturers. They are not teaching, preaching, lecturing. They don't do anything at all. They don't entertain such a psychology within themselves as if they advise, they preach, they teach, they help someone. Their very existence is in a state of equanimity where they don't exist as an individual at all. That's why there cannot be any secrecy or something left over in them at all. A Sattvic teacher is entirely unaffected by praise and criticism. Words don't influence them because they are not listeners. There are no listeners, hearers, thinkers, observers, judge exists in them. It is a psychology which has been transcended. See, on two extreme cases, it will look alike. One who has completely lost in tamasic nature will be like a stoic stone, whereas the jnani is established absolutely in transparency and in the state of jnana, wisdom. This is what is that Sattvic teacher, or they call it as teacher, they have branded. I have taken this one from Ram Jain, founder of Arhanta Yoga Ashram. That's why I just used as it is, because it shades immediate clarity. And in the last paragraph, a Sattvic student has mastered the first two sub-stages. What are those two sub-stages? The nature of tamas and the nature of rajas. It is not the actually mastering or something like that. They immediately submit, surrender, become vulnerable. Whatever that latent tamasic tendencies like lethargy, etc. exist in them, they just become indifferent and transcend. They become quick-witted. That's what's happening to them. He or she has understood the difference between real and unreal, that is discrimination, and has developed dispassion for the unreal. See, any discrimination, the knowledge of truth, that when one has that depth of gaze, the inner inquiry, because of Subha Vasanas, auspicious faculties that has got aroused in him, if because of that, one's gaze becomes so sharp, he is able to look beyond all the three gunas. He is able to penetratively look at the cosmos and see there doesn't exist any such faculty at all in the cosmos. It is completely a mass movement of inertia. When this is realized in him, what happens to him? He becomes indifferent to the whole cosmos, his physical body, all his other nature. Thereby, truth as it is, as it exists, in transparent openness, just like a tasteless tongue, just like a reflectionless mirror, which doesn't reflect anything at all, which is simply at ease as it is. It is the state of discrimination. This discrimination brings also its twin brother or twin sister immediately, that is dispassion, complete vairagya, dispassion of everything. This is what is happening to a person of the highest quality, highest characteristic mark, the sattva guna produces in one.